and you guys will have the Wednesday for else you want to do. And Friday we will be starting Oracle Golden Gate. If I'm available, I will come. Okay. If I'm not available, I will let you know. But I think Friday, yes, Friday we start upgrade. Golden Gate. Sorry. So, and this session was for those who are still struggling. Okay, on anything when it comes to upgrade. After the last presentation we had Friday, maybe there are still some other group fighting on anything. Today's session was to help them, not me only, but the entire class, to help those who are still struggling, and also to take any question, okay, regarding the upgrade or anything else. So if you have an issue, okay, please ask your question. I will revert it back to the class, or if the class cannot, we discuss about it. And yes, so if we finish earlier, okay, I'll also leave earlier. So the class doesn't have to take 2 hours or 3 hours. So it depends on you guys. If you have more questions, we stay longer. If we don't, you guys are still quiet, we disconnect quicker. Okay, so that I will save you some time, and yeah, so that you can do anything else. So I'm taking question. Okay, any question? Sherry? Do you have any question for me? Okay. So all the groups are okay. Are you all good at group level?
Gaetan.
Yes, Mr. Patrick.
I was working on upgrading the database from 11.203 to 12. I did everything, but the upgrade hang for some reason, and it hang for a while. I think I started it like after 9:30 p.m. and it hang over 3-4 hours. So the next day, I thought everything we go through, but when I woke up, it still hang.
Okay.
And it happened twice.
Okay. And it went through later on or what?
No. Last night again, I tried. So when I woke up this morning, I saw that it didn't go through. It hang again. So
which check do you perform yourself? Which check do you perform?
that was my question.
So
Because when
it hang, you never try to Google or check any log why it's hanging. You never try any diagnose. You never try to diagnose it yourself first.
I went to open the alert log to see
Okay.
what can be the problem. But when I opened the alert log file, it took a long time. I don't know what's going on.
And were you able to open the alert log?
No, it says I'm out of memory.
All right, out of memory. Then you now, if you say out of memory, so can give you a clue, right, on what's going on.
Okay, I went to check my P file.
No, if it's telling you out of memory, okay, because you didn't say that you could not open the alert log. If you open the alert log, it's possible for you to see the error from there, or you can open the upgrade log. When you're upgrading, there is a log file generated, right?
Yes.
Do you check that one as well?
No, I haven't checked it.
All right. So keep that habit on every single operation, even for the next project.
Mm-hmm.
Not working, check if there's any log file related to what you are doing.
Okay.
So definitely will help you to troubleshoot.
Troubleshooting.
Yeah. Okay. So there's no magic in Oracle on anything. When it hangs, that's unusual, right? It's not something you have been facing frequently. So that means something is not working somewhere. In general, whenever a job is hanging, either there's a lack of memory or there's a lack of space. Those are the two options. Either the FRA is full or the SGA is small when a job hangs, because those jobs need memory to run. Does that make sense?
Right.
So yes, so that's why some people, do you want a pre-check? The pre-check was good, right?
Yes, the picture was good. Everything went well.
All right. So yes, it's complete about memory. So what you have to do is just to cancel that thing, increase your your SGA, okay, and launch it again.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
if you have the disk first, right, J-H to see if you have some space even. If you have space, then the next position is the memory. Just increase that memory. The greater value, okay. Give more, give more SGA especially, okay, and launch again if you run.
Okay. When you say more SGA, like I mean more SGA, like if the SGA is like maybe 300, so
Yeah.
I can give like 350, 400, or
Give even 4 or 5, right? You're not, yeah, just give even 400, right? Or 500.
okay.
In environment, it's difficult for you to have very small memory like that, right? They have terabyte of data or terabyte. So you won't have that type of challenge, right? But it's possible, but just increase that memory so that it doesn't complain again about it.
Okay.
Yeah, and try again. You will see, you will run.
Okay. So just to recap, you say, in case like an initial arise like that, two area. First, check for the alert log.
Yes, and the upgrade logs. This
And the upgrade log.
Yeah.
And then check for the memory, GF-H.
That's a disk, right? That's not memory.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then
Mhm.
increase the SGA.
If it's not okay, you have to diagnose. Okay, so the first step is to diagnose, to figure out what went wrong. Okay.
Right.
So what I gave you was the two main reasons, but there could be another option, right? That is an exception. So you never know. Other things can the upgrade to hang. So those are the most common ones. But I'm not saying those are the only reason that can cause the upgrade to hang. But
Right.
what I told you now is that the first step for you on anything you do in Oracle, once it fails, check the related logs. The log is the main one, but sometimes in rare scenario, you may not have some information from the other log. So check if that job has log. It's the same thing for the export job. If you're doing the ESPDP, it hangs, right? What are you going to do? ESPDP logs, correct? To see if there's anything reported there, if something is preventing that job from running, okay, properly. So once you diagnose, most of the time you will find the error from there. Now I just made those two suggestions now. Those are just as assumptions, right?
Yes.
So I said that now based on what I've seen, based on what I know, if a job hangs, they have multiple reasons behind. And two of the main reasons could be disk or memory. Okay. So you check the disk first. So GF-H. You check if there's any mount point full, especially Aura data, because that's where your FRA is stored. Okay. If it's not full, or even U01, okay, check if those stuff are full. If not, now the next option is just for you will be just to go ahead on your P file, right?
Mhm.
The SGA, okay? And we start your upgrade again, okay? We start your upgrade. That's what I was saying. And it
All
makes
right. Yes, it makes sense. Thank you.
right. Cool. No problem.
Okay, guys, and let me follow up on your last one. You said restart your upgrade. So when I check everything, I found any fixes. So where should I start back from the upgrade process? Should I just go straight to issue the upgrade, startup upgrade, or?
Good question. Very good question. Yes. What happened is once you do that, okay, you created a P file, right? You had a P file, right?
Yes.
You updated a P file. You will have to create the SP file from that P file.
Correct.
It means the database has to go down, right?
Yes.
Once you can bring the database, because the upgrade already started, so more likely it will be difficult for you to put it in open mode. So you can just do again a startup upgrade and just run it again. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Why is running, right? Initially, it can tell you that this is already upgraded. Those are just some warning, not really errors. So okay. So try to read the first errors that the manual script will display.
Right.
Example, let's assume that some Oracle component have been upgraded already. Okay.
Yes.
The job is stuck, right? It gets stuck at some places, right?
Right.
But maybe before got stuck at that level, some packages or some jobs have been upgraded before. So if you run the script again, those one it can throw an error, right? That this package is already up to date or it's already upgraded. So don't take it as an error. Does it make sense? Because
yes.
those packages have already been upgraded. And it makes sense what I just said.
Yes.
Yeah. So just create SP file from P5, start up upgrade, and launch it again. You don't have anything else to do.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Oh, okay. Who wants to get it? Fabrice. Okay. Yes. Any question? Any other questions for me?
Hello, Mr. Gaetan.
Hey, Mr. Cody.
Koji, thank you. Could you please brief me on in the environment to upgrade in multi-tenant, like to upgrade in multi-tenant environment?
Upgrade your multi-tenant environment. Again, right? What we upgrade are binaries. We don't upgrade the data. So if you want to upgrade multi-tenant, is the procedure won't be that different. If multi-tenant first, that means you are already on 12C, you are trying to upgrade at a 12C because you cannot have multi-tenant on 11G, first of all. So that means maybe you are trying to upgrade a 12C release 1 to a 12C release 2. Does it make sense? Or 12C release 1 to 18C or 19C. Because you will never have multi-tenant on 11G. It's a 12C new features, correct? Are you hearing Mr. Cody?
Yes, sir, I'm here. I'm getting you.
All right. So that's what I'm saying. So you are talking about an upgrade from 12C and above. The procedure itself is not that different. Okay.
No, sir, excuse me. I was talking about to upgrade where we have pluggables, pluggables database, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes, like maybe you're upgrading from 12C. Yeah, from 12C to another, to probably 18.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So I'm just curious, what would happen to the pluggables?
But the pluggable will be upgraded as well, right? Because you run the upgrade script only at the root level, right?
Yes.
They'll be upgraded. A container will have, with the container, all the pluggables should have the same version as the container. Okay. That is basically what is a multi-tenant. Unless on 19C you have new features, right? The only thing that can differ between a root and pluggables can be character set on 12C release 2 even, not even 12C release 1, the one you guys have. So if you want to upgrade a 12C release 1 database that has a container pluggable, you want to upgrade it to, you still want to keep the container pluggable, you will run the script, you will still run the script once. You don't need to run the script on every single pluggable, okay? So your cat CTL script is still can still be run at the OS level and everything will get upgraded, okay? Yeah, so there won't be a big difference. Some script will change. I think to 12C release 2 or 18C, the pre-upgrade script changes. I think even the upgrade script changes a little bit. Yes, I think it changes for 18C, but for 12C release 2, I don't know because I haven't upgraded yet. I've not yet upgraded a 12C release 1 to a 12C release 2, but we upgraded to 18C straight. So, and I don't know if on 12C release 2, the script is different, right? But what I know is that on 18C, the upgrade script is a little bit different. It's not catctl the exact way you write it to upgrade, but it's something else, but it does the same job. Yeah. So, yeah. Do you see something different while you're reading in some places, or what?
Because actually, when I upgraded from 11 to 12C, it shows it was non-container that I've upgraded. And actually, when it arrived in 12C environment, I realized that it was named as non-container database. So
Oh.
I was just curious, like, what if, I was upgrading from 12 to another version, and I have like pluggables in it.
Yeah, it still be a container. What happened is, of course, any database you upgrade from 11 to 12 will always be non-container. Okay. But what I touched, right, when we were asking a question, I touched that your question was, how can we upgrade an 11 database and put it on a container? That was my first thought, okay? That I noticed that you were talking about 12C upgrade to another 12C release 2 or 12.203. So in that scenario, you don't have to run a script multiple times. You can just upgrade a root and all the pluggable will also be upgraded. Okay, so, but what we did, the scenario I thought you wanted to say was upgrade from 11G, and while it gets to 12C, it becomes a pluggable. Because that is one of the projects I was part of, migration. And the goal was to upgrade 11.203 databases, 11.204, sorry, 11.204 databases to 12C. And on 12C, those databases should be pluggable. So that means we had, for instance, let's assume I have 5 production databases, okay? And all those 5 production, we want to upgrade them to 12C, but all of them should be pluggables once they are on 12C. So they should not be non-containers. They should be pluggables. So they should be plugged to a particular container. So that scenario is also possible, okay? But the method will differ, right? You cannot use a GBUA for that. You cannot use a manual script for that. So in this scenario, we have a lot of options: data pump, Golden Gate, transportable table space. But the one we used was Arman Cost Platform Transportable Table Space. I think I explained that. And I also send you guys to read about it when it comes to migration. So yeah, so that's what I had to say about it. Any question or any follow-up question? Just let me know. Open to answer.
Hello, Data.
Hi, Renata.
I just heard you guys telling about upgrading from 11G to 12C. I thought it was not possible.
What's the way to do what, please?
upgrade from 11G to 12C.
But that's what you guys have been doing, right?
I mean, because I tried it, they told me that I tried it. They told me that I need to upgrade from like let me just upgrade from 11 the 2.0.1 to 11.2.0.3 before I can be able to upgrade to 12C, and that's what I did.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So when I say 11G, it can be 11.201, or it can be 11.203, or it can be 11.204, it can be 11.205.
Exactly, that's where my question is. Can I upgrade from 11.2.1 to 12C directly?
Yes, you can even upgrade from 10G to 12 direct.
12C. But
Yeah.
why did I
You
have
cannot use some tools, okay? You use other methods to upgrade. It's possible, right? But GBUA cannot do that, manual cannot do that.
okay,
Yeah.
all right. Okay.
So if you want to use those two methods, you cannot. That's what the Oracle will tell you. You have to go after one
Okay.
by one. But
So I just need to do it manually.
no, manual will not work as well. Manual method will not work. GBUA will not work. But Golden Gate will work. We are not there yet, but our data point will work.
Okay.
Okay. So I will not take too much time on it, but let me show you guys something. Let me see. Oh, this is this. Where is that upgrade? Upgrade using data pump. Okay. So the source database is 11.1, and I want to upgrade it to 12. So data pump can help you to do that. Okay. So I just a test. Okay. So the only thing you have to do, I just perform some simulation. I just want to explain to you guys how it works. I did like I have an application user, because when an application are connected to a database, there's an application user. Okay. So depending on the application, if it's a lot of application, there's always an application user or multiple users. So I created just an application user. Okay, I just assume that the user has a table and indexes, have the privilege to create those objects. And I also created a table space for that particular application. Okay, and I granted a particular size. Later on, I even deleted it because it was a lot, right? So I gave less megabyte, right, instead of gigabyte. Okay, I did not want to use all the space because just testing purpose, right? Right after that, just some privileges to the table space, and I created a test table and also a test index later on. Okay. Now, the table
That time you're breaking.
spaces, since I have all the table data from this. Oh, give me 1 second. Right, network.
Yeah, you're breaking.
Yes, please give me 1 minute. I just switch on one network to another. Yeah, I know. Whenever I get to the office and I close the door. No. Okay, let me see. Okay. Right, so I switch. Okay. Okay. So I hope it'll be better now. So what happened is I created a table space, right? Assuming that is an application specific table space. So it means that it's different from what you guys have. Okay. What is the goal? You guys know how to create directory structure, directory object. I cannot show you guys this. Okay. You guys know this command. Okay. I just created an index And I created a directory object because it's for the export, right? Okay. I granted read write. Oh, this is the one. The command syntax error, right? So I granted read write to that directory object. I ran this command. No, this is the command. What happened is what? I ran this command in order to get the GGL of the table space. Okay. Why? Because I want to be able to create an empty table space on the target database, and I just export the data. Because I'm using data form, right? I'm not using transported table space. I'm using data form. So what happened is this helps you to create the structure of the. So if I want a structure of the table, only the structure, the metadata, right? I can use the GBML metadata package. If I want to get a structure of index or anything, I can use GBML metadata. So I get only the metadata. I go and I can use that metadata to create the object on the target database. Let me even tell you a reality, right? You will almost never see a database refresh in an environment or migration, and then we just do full equal Y. Why? Because we don't always export everything. During the export, there are some objects that we cause the export job to last longer. So object like materialized views, object like indexes, object like triggers, a lot of objects, right? We don't put them in the export job. We exclude them. We exclude them. You will hear about the exclude command. So the idea is what? Is that some object, we generate the GGL of those objects. We just go ahead with the GGL, we create them on the target server. But what we export is the real data, right? The data we need. So this one was to generate the GGL of the table space called, what's the table space? The table space, my name was TBS underscore something, right? That's why I put this one. So it will give me the command that I can use to recreate that table space. So you see that when I run this command, it gave me a script that I should run. Okay, so I just copy this select and I run it. And this is the script I have to take and go on the target and run. So I will create an empty table space on the target. So that table space will not have any data, right? So the table I created before or the index I created before won't be there because it's just an empty table space. Okay, now I can perform the export, but what happened is I want to estimate how long my export will take. Okay, I want to estimate how long it will take because you may get to a place you don't know the size of the, okay, this one fell first. Okay, this is part of the troubleshoot. I did not delete because I ran this one, it fell listener. I fixed the listener because the database has to be listened. So I fixed it and I run again. Okay, it fell. Where I fixed, okay, now it was there. The database was somewhere here, JIDA. I think I ran it again, it fell again. I fixed it somewhere, I fixed the listener. When I fix it, I think listener status, I fixed it somewhere. Listener start. Okay. Okay. When I fix, I did not just delete it because I just copied the entire thing, I pasted it here. But at some point I fixed, okay, that is part of the troubleshooting.
What was wrong with the listener?
The listener, you know, it was not configured on a 11G. And for the export job to work, the listener has to listen on that particular home, that database. But my listener was actually pointing to 12C, okay? So what happened, I had to configure another listener for that 11G on that particular home in order for it to listen to the database on that particular home, okay? Because even though the 12C listener was able to listen to my 11G listener, okay? But the job was failing because of that. So for the export job needed to use a listener that is configured on that software. So I had to configure a listener on 11.201 in order for it to succeed. Okay, so that is why you will see here the listener status shows 11.201, and the database now is here on 11.201, and that one was now another error. Okay, that I mistakenly added DOM file when I'm trying to estimate. So I removed DOM file and I ran the command again to estimate. So you guys know this directory, you guys know log file. Okay, you guys don't know this, but these are options to tune export jobs. Normally, if you don't put direct equal y, the data pump will get the data, put it on the SGA before exporting it. So that means that's why it can affect transaction on the SGA, and the job itself can be slower. So you may decide to ask data pump to get data from the data file directly and export it. So that's why you put direct equal y. So this will decrease the execution time of the job itself. That is part of the tuning of the export. Here I just excluded, statistics, because I don't want statistics to be gathered while I'm exporting, because that's what the data pump does. I did not put a lot of stuff. Okay, I could have excluded indexes, excluded object. This is the exclude command to exclude. Okay, so I did not want to make it difficult, right? But you can create what we call a power file. You guys learn power file, and you create a power file. On the power file, you exclude multiple objects, materialized views, stuff, right? A lot of things, indexes and so on, so that they are not exported. But you make sure that you use that command I show you above to generate the GGL, and you create it on the target side. So this was not the export itself, right? I just wanted to estimate the size of the DOM file to make sure in the environment we use the estimate, right? To make sure we have enough space and to have a clue, okay, about how long it can also take some time. So I use the estimate parameter. So it ran, okay, and at the end, the estimated parameter, I think I put all the output, everything here on purpose. If we estimate the cost of everything, all the schemas, everything you have here, everything, estimate, and it will tell you 109 megabytes. So that means in terms of size, it's 109 megabytes. Okay. So you need to make sure that you have 100 megabyte available and at least 109 gig space available, right? In order for the DOM file to be created. And now I perform the export job. The export, now you have to add DOM file, right? And you guys, you learn this, percentage U, so that I can have multiple DOM file. Why should I need multiple DOM file? Because I use parallelism. Whenever I use parallel option, you also have to specify percentage, because each parallel may need to each parallel process, right? Or each data pump worker process may need to write on its own DOM file. So if I go to the location, you will see that you have 2 DOM files because I added parallel equal 2. I still added the direct equal y. I still excluded my statistics, and I exported the full database, right? You guys know that. And the export, I skipped some stuff. The export got completed, okay? You can see here now, right? You have 2 DOM files because I put parallelism equal 2. So this is where they're located. The first is export 01, the second export 02. So it means when you want to copy them to the target, you have to SCP both of them. And so this is the command to monitor, okay? So I run this command to monitor to keep track of the job. So you can create a visualization longops or visualize data pump jobs, something like that, to see the percentage of completion, right? How far it is. So I just put it on purpose here so that I could see that it's 76% completed. Okay. Okay. So I mean 83 megabytes were already exported. We have 109. the user performing the export is system. And you guys, okay, the other step is what? Import, right? But before the import, I make sure I copy those down. Maybe the step is not here, but you copy across. You create a directory object. You can give a different name to the directory object. You can create a different directory for the import. You don't have to name it export, right? You can create import. You make sure that those files, right, those DOM files, you copy them to this directory, right? And that script I got there, I create a table space with that. Empty table space, the script I got from the DGL. Once I create a table space, it's empty, it doesn't have anything. Now, when I will be doing the import, now the data will be imported to that empty table space, okay? So it's more likely for you to be having error like this. Object already exists because what is the concept? On the target server, you create an empty database. That means a regular database that has only system, 6 hours, undo, temp, and user table space if you want. And, oh, this one was, okay, yes. So you even see that the table space is already existing as well, right? Because on that empty database, I use ETL to create. So that's why you obviously see it here. Other objects also exist because those can those could be system related users. So it already comes in the database. So that's normal. Okay. So, but the import job was successful with those errors. Those errors are normal, right? Because some of them already existed. So that is so the only thing you have to perform is validation. After every upgrade or migration, we validate. What's the validation? We check if all the objects that are on the source are also on the target. So that's why the first thing was to select the username in order to see if my user has been created there. The second check was to check all the tables. So I connected to that user. You can see that I'm able to connect the user using the username and the password. I checked and I saw the table has been created. I checked the index. I saw the index has been created. Further in an environment, they can go further and they can check the count on the table. How many rows the table has on the source, how many rows it has on the target. Same thing for the index, okay? So that is what makes the validation. Okay, so you can see here that this database was on which version? 12.1.0.2. So it's very possible for you even to upgrade an 10G database to 12C using Datapom. One step like this. Does it make sense, Mr. Renata? Does it make sense to everyone?
Yes, sir.
All right. So it's possible. Okay. So
Yes,
you are
sir.
right. You've done. It's okay. Yes, Mr. Koji, go ahead.
So I don't know if it will be privileged to practice this.
If you have time, right? It's not the only thing. Whatever I did extra here,
Yeah.
create the metadata. That's the only thing. You guys did export import. Okay. You guys perform export import before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing you guys will need to do here, let me give you the high level step of this operation. First thing, create an empty database using DBC.
Mm-hmm.
So it means that the way you guys have been creating databases, right? Just create another database like that. Yeah. I'm calling database empty database because it doesn't have, it has only the default template Oracle provides.
With the same name?
Yes, of course, same name. The database is the same name.
Okay.
I call it DIDA, right? So DIDA is the database on the target as well. So prod was DIDA, target DIDA. The next step is to do what? Create a different table space because that is what we make those databases different, right? Create a new user, maybe on the source. Create a different table space. Create even object on that table space. Like I did, I created one table, I created one index. Okay, do that. So that's the second step. Okay, create a new user, create a new table space, and make that table space to be the default table space of that user. So that user for me is the application user. Okay, I'm assuming that that's for the application team. That is the user they want to upgrade. That's the schema they want to move to 12C. So you guys create another any schema, give any name you want. I call mine app_user. Once you create that user now, you create a table space. You give the table space as a default table space of that user. You can go further, right? Create tables in that table space, create indexes, create anything you guys want. You can even populate the table. The next step is now that you created a table space on this particular database, it's not on a target database, right? So what you need is what? You need the metadata of the table space. So if you go online, you just type gbms_metadata, create a table, get the metadata of the table space everywhere online. That script is used all over the places. Okay, so that will help you to have the metadata of your table space. So that is what you will now get and go on the target and run it to create an empty table space. So once you have it, this is the command I'm talking about. Okay. Maybe some of you may need it. Just change the table space name. Okay. Table space name you change here. Okay. That is what I paste on the chat so that you guys will not say that it was difficult for you to find it on Google. Okay. So for instance, that's the command. Okay. Please, this number 2, number 3 are not part of the command. You guys know how it works, right? Whenever you press enter, automatically SQL will enter this. So don't take this as part of the command. Okay. So once you can get the detail of the table space, you run it on the target so that you can create an empty table space. That's it. The only thing is, which user is going to perform the export? It's up to you, right? I want a system. In the environment, you almost never use the password in the export job. You fail. Most of the time, we've used like this, you come and put the password here. It's hidden, right? So, and once you do the export, you guys okay, it's not mandatory for you guys to be using parallelism, okay? Just something I just wanted to do, okay? It's not mandatory for you to also use die=y, but keep this in mind, right? It's a way of tuning. I think there are multiple ways of tuning. Multiple ways of tuning. Where is that from? There are multiple ways of tuning. Okay, improve performance. You can I could have used this transform to disable login. I already use parallel. I already explained statistics. I use this one already. So there are multiple ways of tuning, basically. So it's not mandatory for you guys to be trying to tune now, okay? To try to tune now. Whatever you are familiar with, go ahead with that. So you just have to export it and import it. That's it. Nothing else to do. All right? Nothing else. And you can get to the validation part and you will see that user that you will see the user created on the target. The user you created on the source after the import will be here on the target. And you can also validate whether those tables are there, select the count and others. So it's not difficult, okay? So you guys can do it, everyone can do it. I did not want to use, maybe my next test will be to use Kalman cross-platform transportable table space. That is highly used in the environment. That will be my next step if I have time. I will do that from 11 to 12C straight as well. Okay, Mr. Koji, you can do that, okay? So,
Yes, sir. Thank you.
all right, no problem.
I don't know. I know you still refuse. Could you send us the script?
Why?
Because this one, at least we have a clear path and a clear,
Okay, so I will arrange it then and send, okay?
Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. So I also experienced one thing about the data guard upgrade.
Okay, you try it?
Yes, I was able to. We did it yesterday with my group, but like I told you, I was unable to run the pre-upgrade script on the standby.
It's
So,
fine.
so I basically enabled the MRP process, and I did everything on the primary,
Uh,
and I was able to upgrade it.
good, good, good. You learned something new, right? Good.
Yeah, it was very challenging.
No, just document it. That means on your resume, you can defend it in an interview easily because you did it. Okay. So yeah, if you know the type of challenge you face, that's good. Just document. If that's something that's you guys should know something. Okay, data guide is configured for business critical applications. So when someone says that you upgrade the data guide environment or configure, that means you know how to deal with business critical applications. Okay, so it's a good thing you try it, and I really encourage you guys to keep on trying things. It's very good, very, very good. All right. Anything else? Anything else from me, guys? Any question? Any doubt on what I explained even now or anything? Just let me know. We are here for that.
Hi, Mr. Gata. I have an issue. I can't connect to my VNC and my pudding. I can't do anything. I was working yesterday and it just stopped and said that it's a critical failure. So I don't know what's going on.
What type of error are you having?
It wasn't any error. I just exit from root to Oracle and then I couldn't connect back.
Your student number.
604. 66.
This one?
Yes.
VNC, you are having the same error?
Yes.
I know if your virtual machine is down.
I can hear you.
I don't know whether your virtual machine is down or not. That's something we may need to check. Hanging. Oh, this is not VNC. Where's VNC? Okay. Okay,
He
so
keep asking for password, and then I put over and over, and he said that the host is stop working something. I mean, it's
at least you can get here.
yeah.
That is interesting. So if you can get here,
Yeah, yeah, that is what is happening.
invalid authentication. You guys, what do you run? What do you do?
Not. I was just I was doing the installation again, because you remember that I have an issue the other day and you said that I should restart everything order. So I have to disinstall everything and I started over. And when after creating a directory and I was moving from root to Oracle and he just showed that thing that I can connect back. So I wasn't doing anything. I didn't get any error.
Your server is accessible. What happened with? Come on. Your server looks responsive. I can ping your server. So it means that it's talking. You can talk to each other. Do you remember any database you have? Anyway, the channel ping will not work. It does not work again. Okay. Let me see that. Do you change any password?
No.
Okay. Let me think. Whenever I have this error, even at work, sometimes the server is down. Whenever I have this, it's when it's booted the server and the connection times out, I have this error. So I don't have access to the administrative, the VMware, the tool they use for virtualization. I don't have access to that. So it's something I will definitely send you to Proof. Okay. Tell him that I checked. Okay. Tell him that Gaetan checked it. He knows that I worked on it. Yes, Miss Renata can do that, right? I think he always like you guys to send it to the class admin. Okay. So I think Miss Renata is here, so she can see the error herself, right? So just let him know that for them to check student 604, okay, you cannot access it either from body or VNC. And VNC, the password is not working. That's the main error. The password here is not working. That's the main issue here. So what can I try as password so that welcome one? Yeah. User permitted. Yeah. So just explain what just happened, and they will check your server. Okay. They will check.
Okay.
He will fix it as soon as he can.
Thank you.
All right. No problem.
Hi, Gaetan.
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, please, I have a question. That doesn't have anything to do with upgrade and that I got. Do you please, or anyone in class, does someone remember how to uninstall the client connection? I said, does anyone remember how to uninstall the client connection?
Install the client connection.
Yeah. The client connection.
I never tried that one. I installed just the client, but no one tried to install the client connection.
Yeah, me either. I never tried.
But how do you install? You can install it like you install a regular tool, right? You know how to install a program, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think I tried the disinstall command, right? I tried it on the command line, but it is actually not working.
Okay. Okay. When you go to product client, install. You have to install them. I see install. When I click, or script. What did you say? I think you may need to run it from, Windows command prompt. But that is Windows, the installation process, right? So you may need also to do that way.
Windows command.
Yes, command prompt, CMD, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is Oracle Cloud on Windows, okay, operating system. So
Okay.
yeah, start to run it from there. It should work from there normally.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. Any other question? Another question? Anything else? Any concern or anything?
So I have one concern regarding data gap.
Okay.
When I installed the broker,
Okay.
prior to install the broker, it shows me one error that I need to delete
Okay.
I need to delete the archive log desk2. So I actually deleted it, and when I created the broker, I switched over. Now the broker, the database broker won't work again. So I don't know if it was why for me to delete it.
Delete what, please?
The archive desk2, the archive log desk2.
Yeah, if you deleted it, maybe you deleted some archive logs.
No, on the P file.
Right.
On the SP file and SP file.
You just deleted the destination, the
Yeah.
parameter.
Yeah, just the parameter.
Yeah, of course. If you don't have log archive desk2, how do you want to switch back?
But I can't create it without it. I could not create it without with it rather.
Okay, you cannot create the standby without the log archive desk.
No, I said I
What?
could not create the data guard broker with that while the archive desk2 is still present.
But if your data guard was working fine, you can just follow the step of upgrading the broker, right? If everything was working fine, right? Normally, you should not have challenges when it comes to configuring the broker configuration.
Because it's a normal error. I asked one morning guy. He told me he did the error. He also experienced the same error.
Yeah, that's why I always tell you guys that when it comes to errors can have the same number, but coming from different sources. What worked from for your classmate will not always work for you. Okay, so, and even myself, I cannot tell you exactly what was the issue and what is the fix if I don't have the logs file in front of me, or I don't see the error myself and I diagnose it. Okay, so, but to tell you 100% sure, you cannot configure the broker without the log archive desk2.
Without it?
Yeah, otherwise, switch over, maybe you succeed, but you won't be able to switch back. The broker will be working only on the primary, it won't work on the standby. Okay, so the broker needs those parameters. That's why it's easy to switch over, switch back, because log archive desk2 is enabled on both sides.
Yes, that's what I know. But why the archive desk2, the parameters are set, I could not create it. I don't know if I was the only one that experienced that error.
What was the error you were having when you were trying to create log archive desk? You had an error that it already exists.
No, when I was trying to create the broker, I was trying to configure the database broker, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it shows it shows that while the archive desk 2 parameter is set, I could not create it.
Oh, really?
Yes, I don't know if I was the only one that experienced it.
Sorry, I may need to see that, right? So that I can confirm. Right? So, yeah, it's quite difficult for me just to tell you exactly what is the cause, right? Without even seeing anything on it. Yeah, we need you to display at least that error, and if the logs file is still available, we can figure out, but quite difficult to know what is caused something without performing a root cause analysis on the issue. Okay, Mr. Koji. So
Okay, so
yeah,
while the class is going, I will see if I will see the error again, then I will bring it to your attention.
sure, no problem.
Okay, thank you.
All right, no problem. So you guys still have up to Friday morning to do your data guard. Those who were asking for more time for data guard, right? So you guys can still do that. So we have today, tomorrow is Wednesday, Tuesday, sorry. We have Wednesday, we have Thursday to practice your data guard. So I have to introduce Golden Gate before you guys go on the weekend. Any question, guys? I'm open. So please, also as a reminder, we noticed that some people not from this class are accessing the Zoom. That's why last class, I pinged some people directly on this Zoom chat, ask them to rename themselves, okay? So I have all your names, those who are from this class, just from the previous presentation, right? So I have the list of every single name. So please, that's the only thing I'm asking, right? Once you are joining the meeting, please just put at least your first name, right? It's enough. Just for you to be, just for me to identify you. Let's assume that you guys are paying your fees, but somebody is not even paying for any fee, and the person is able to join every single class, like you guys. It's easy, right? Though the person is taking advantage of what you guys are paying for. It's just easy for me just to create a virtual machine in my personal laptop, and I come and join Brontech. That's the only thing I need from Brontech. I will get all the knowledges, right? Even the documentation, I can get everything. So we have our classmates that are bringing their brothers and sisters in the Zoom. And they are here, right? So please, most of the names I know, most of these names I've seen, I checked one by one on the list of the available names I have. All those names, I can identify them. Even though Mr. Koji mostly use Brian, but I know it's Koji, right? Because I have Koji at least written somewhere. But please, other names, you guys know, right? I don't know if you don't know how to rename, just let me know. We have a call. I will show you how to rename yourself, how to use the right name on Zoom. Okay. So just for instance, some name like EM, I don't know what EM means. Some name like iPhone, I don't know what iPhone means. Okay. A lot of them here. Student 001, I don't know if there's someone behind, just put your first name is enough so that we can easily identify you and we know that we are dealing with the right people. Otherwise, the next time, if I'm the host, I won't allow you to get even in the Zoom. That is just for, it's our privacy, right? So we share, this is our personal environment. So whatever I'm sharing with you guys, I want to make sure I'm sharing the right people. I cannot display my environment to strangers. I'm not comfortable, right? doing that. So please, next time you don't know, let me know. I will show you how to rename, put your, at least your first name. Please, guys. That was just something, I forgot to say the same thing in the morning, but I will let them know on Wednesday. We want to know every single member of this class, since everything is online. So that's the only way we can keep track of people, those who are from the class, those who are not. But in case I see two people with the same name, now I will say, okay, is it you, the duplicate? The right person will identify himself, right? That's something I will keep track of. All right, I think I'm done saying what I had to transmit. That was the message. So any other question, anything else? If you don't have anything else, I can release you as well sooner.
Excuse me, Gata.
Yes,
Gata,
Mr. Yes.
why is it cause the problem why you try to check the listening, like why you configure the database, the primary and the standby, you done everything, you try to ping the listener for check is done, but why you try to check the listening like status, it give you the information to the database, listening for the listening. Sometimes
Sorry. I'm not getting you right. Please come again, please. Sorry for that.
I say, why you configure the listening is work. You try to create the data guard, the primary and the standby is
Okay.
work. You check the ping, the TNS ping to both standby and the primary is work. But why you try to check the listening status is not give you information, it give you like a listening support no service. But sometimes sometimes while you checking, it give you, but it's not give. If you stop it, you start up, it's not give you back. What's causing this problem?
Means that it's not listening, right? What's happening is that maybe you were listening to the database and you went ahead and you changed something on the parameter, listener parameter file, and it was not properly updated, okay? The update you performed was not well done. By rebooting the listener, stopping and starting, the listener will be reading again the updated version of the listener order. So since there is something wrong there, of course, it won't listen to the database. Okay, so it has something to do with the listener order. Does it make sense?
Yes. Why you say it's not listening for the?
Let me take an example. Okay.
Okay.
I have my listener.aura that is running. That is okay. The listener is able to listen to my databases. Okay. I go to the location, I open the listener.aura, I delete everything inside, or I even delete, or I delete something there. So I'm deleting it dynamically. It won't affect the listener while it's running. It won't affect it. The database, you will still listener control status. You will still see the databases there on available. Listen. It will have an effect only when you will stop that listener and try to start it again. Because when you are trying to start a listener, you go and read this, the listener.order file. That's where now it will detect that error and the database won't be listened again. Okay? So that's why I'm saying if that listener was able to listen before and you stop it, you start it, it means that while it was able to listen, you updated something. So once you wrongly edited the listener.order file, and once you stop and start, it's not working anymore because there's something wrong there. So you have to go and fix it. That's what I was saying. I don't know if it still makes sense or not.
It makes sense, but was it one was working yesterday by it was do like a, we're not changing anything. When we finish the change to start up and it show the database is listening for that listening. And when we try to stop and they start up again, it's gone. But
Yeah.
it's happened this one every time. The second question is, what kind of difference when you got the parameter listening and the P file and the one you not having? What kind of difference? The
When you have the
listening
parameter listener, the parameter listener on the P file.
and the P file and why you not having? What kind of,
If you don't have that parameter, it means you are not using local listener. Okay, you don't. That listener is not. You are not using a local listener parameter. It means you don't also have to specify on the P file. It means that on the P file, you did not specify a local underscore listener parameter. Okay, for that database in order to connect. So, but those, if you pay attention, it's only if you have listener parameter on the P file, then you also have the local listener parameter on the CNSN or Aura.
on the TNS, exactly.
Yeah, they work together. Okay,
Yeah.
but if you don't need the local listener stuff, okay, by default you can register that database to the listener name listener itself. Okay, using Netcar or or Net Manager without having to use local underscore listener. It's possible to do that as well. So you just want that parameter to be local, okay? And that's what you want. You don't want the parameter to be used by multiple databases. You want only the database to be able to use that parameter to access that, okay? So, you will still can see that one. Let me see that. Any question for me, guys?
I don't have a question. I have a question on
Please go ahead.
performance tuning.
Okay.
Yeah, can you please remind us or me how to tune a database? That means, for example, there's someone complaining that his database is, I don't know, slow. How do I go about tuning this statement?
Okay. That's part of our summary, but again, I will tell you guys that there is no one way of doing things. Okay, the database or SQL slow can be caused by multiple issues, and these are general approaches, general phases. The person will complain about his SQL statement. Okay, you even say there's a database issue because maybe multiple people are complaining, or you receive a ticket about a high CPU on the database. Okay, let me take it and I will go back to the SQL. Database wise, if a database is hanging or this is highly using memory or CPU, some environment have monitoring tools, okay, or alarm system configure such a way that when the threshold is reached, okay, when a certain amount of CPU is reached on a particular database, automatically the GBA team is notified. That's what happened in Oracle Corporation. Okay, I don't know about other companies. So if my CPU is more than 90% used, I will receive a ticket as the on-call engineer. And I had to go and figure out what caused the CPU to get high. That is one of the things that can cause the database to run slow. High CPU. What can cause now a high CPU? Maybe we have a reporting jobs, okay? We are running payroll job are running, or maybe a lot of concurrent transaction, right? The environment is busy, a lot of users are performing transaction, and So that is another reason. Okay. Or a lot of wait event as well, right? That means a lot of people are stuck waiting for resources to get released. That can be another reason. Talking about database related, okay. Maybe if database is hanging, because slow and hanging is different. Hanging means that it's not moving, you launch your query, it stop, it look at you. Okay. So those things are listed can also cause hang issues. Table spaces full can also also affect the database. Okay, if the undo and the temp table spaces are full. And in some scenarios, okay, we got to some scenarios whereby if you have a deployment that took place on the system or on the database, that means, let me take an example. A deployment can be this example that we take, okay? Let's assume, I think I explained this in the past, but let me take it again. Let's assume I had my WhatsApp application and the code, that code is running on the database in the backend, okay? So, the old WhatsApp had some limited features, okay? So let's assume that you send a message to someone, you cannot delete it. Okay, that's something you guys had in the past, right? So we send a message to someone, but you're unable to delete it. Okay, so sorry. So what happened is, now that developers are working in the background, I will explain that later when you are doing pull request. I will explain how code deployment works in environment. I will explain that. We call it push request. Something you can also be exposed to. So what happened is, now developers say, okay, we have to update our code. We have to work on it, okay? Because from customer, we have negative feedback. They want to be able to delete the message if they send to the wrong person, okay? They want to be able to delete it right from WhatsApp. So that means they have to modify the code, right? Add such options, work on it, test it, okay? That is part of if they're using it in an agile environment, it will make things easier. Continue testing, continue all those stuff, integration testing. They will be doing it. That's not your business. So now they have to push that change in the production. So what they have to do now, the code that's on the production, right, will be merged with the change they perform, and that will be updated. So that the new change, now you guys can have that new change. Okay. So that is, for instance, an example of push request. So sometimes a push request can cause performance issue. Let's assume that the code that is pushed to the production is poorly written. It can cause slowness. It can affect the performance. But if it's poorly written, it has to be executed, right? So while getting executed, it uses more resources than, let's assume that some SQL statements on that code are performing now full table scan, okay? Or bad joins are used, or a lot of stuff. So it can affect as well the performance of the database. So you can see that this example was due to a deployment. So a deployment can affect a database performance. Okay, so also we have a lot of stuff, extra transport load jobs that can affect. Okay, we also have log mining that can affect sometimes. Okay, we have the log miner. The log miner is, that tool that helps to mine, redo, and transform it into, SQL statement or logical chain record. We talk about it in Golden Gate. So that log miner needs, okay, space, okay, to run, and sometimes that log miner can affect the performance. But I don't want to talk too much about it. But it's very important that at least you have a clue that the log miner can affect because it can affect the write operation to the disk and causing a lot of wait event. Okay, but let's not just bring a lot of concept just to answer one question. So I listed high CPU in the system can cause the database to be slow, and those high CPU can be caused by either bad job running, either a bad deployment performed, either you have undo full, temp full, or either we have even the FRA, right? If the FRA is full as well, the database won't be accessible or you hang for people. Even multiple things, wait event, right? Like a lot of wait event in the database. So database wise, there's a lot of checks you always have to perform. Even the memory when it's full, database performance is affected. So you see that there are multiple things. That's why in performance tuning, list those stuff, right? List those stuff, but now pick a scenario and use it. And use it now, to conclude. If I want now to bring it back to the SQL statement, okay? If I want to bring it back now to the SQL statement, there are multiple things as well that will not cause always the database to run slow, right? But the SQL. For database, I listed some of them, right? But a SQL can be slow, not the database. A SQL can be slow, right? But not the database. So for SQL statement, these are some basic checks all DBA should be performing. And these are advanced steps. That is part of the summary, because I know that performance tuning was just to introduce you a lot of concepts, but now in summaries, I'm supposed to come and break it down to scenario related, okay, and real environment issue encounter, and also how to approach and how to fix some of them, okay? So if you have SQL statement running slow, you check this. You guys know undo table space, you check the usage, you check the temp usage, because undo table space is used for undo data. So that is why whenever you are running a GML, Oracle automatically creates an undo data and store that on the undo table space. So in case this is full, Oracle won't be able to create an undo data. And for that scenario, your SQL statement will hang. The statement will not run. So it's very important to be checking this. Temp table space, that's where sorting operation takes place. When you have some query with join, all those difficult queries, they use the temp table space to execute. So if it's full, where will they take place? If it's full, Oracle will try to use the PGA. If the PGA has enough space, it's good. But if not, it won't be enough. And because of that, it will hang. Blocking session, you guys know.
Nathan, 1 second, please.
Yes.
You met the undo table space usage and the temp table space usage. We check it on the OEM, right?
You can also run script, right? You guys have GBA table spaces, right? Or you can check GBA segment. You will get the space, the size of this. If you query GBA underscore segment, you will have the size of every single object. Okay. Yeah. And also on OEM, you can have it definitely. Yes, easily you can get it from OEM. You guys know that, right? You can see the percentage of the usage, everything. You can see that from OEM as well. But it's possible to see that on command line or SQL Developer, any other tool. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Right. So you will check blocking sessions. Okay. You may check PGA. I know by now you guys know what the PGA because we presented, we should start. How important is the PGA again, right? Whenever the temp table space doesn't have enough, okay, you don't have enough space here. Sometimes the PGA is used for sorting. Okay. And the PGA is also used most of the time for parallel queries. When you run a query, you put parallel hint. You want to allocate parallelism to the SQL statement. The PGA is used. We call it direct path read because the data is read straight from the disk to the PGA. It doesn't go through the buffer cache. So sometimes SQL statement can run slow because the PGA is small or is already used, 100% used. So from OEM, you can check memory usage, you will see. Okay, or from command line, you can show, you can, okay, select the percentage of user of the PGA, you can also validate this. This is deployment. I talk about deployment, right? That means you are deploying a code in the production. It can affect. That is something we have frequently, guys, frequently. Not just database related, but even server related. Deployment, increasing the CPU. So you can monitor that through OEM, because on OEM you will see top CPU consumer, you can, okay, or top module or top actions. There are some options on OEM, you can see that. But OEM is not the only tool, right? Okay, I use another tool called Grafana, and I will show you guys that. Grafana is a tool that helps to monitor hosts, to monitor servers. So from Grafana, I will show you guys that you can monitor the swap space, you can monitor the memory, you can monitor the CPU from Grafana. So it's a very powerful tool as well. Okay. Also, it can be CPU usage. If the database has a high CPU usage, of course, SQL statement will be affected. Because SQL statement need CPU to function, right? You need, that's the power you need to run. So if the database has a high CPU usage, of course, my query will be affected. And I gave you guys some cause of high CPU on database. Okay, I gave you guys some options why we can have a high CPU in the database. If Arman backup are running, backup is a bad job. So unless it's running, normally it should be running at night, right? But if, just check, right? Check Vidola session long ups or Vidola backup, Vidola Arman backup. I think there's a Vidola like that. But I know I always like Vidola session long ups. Maybe they say, okay, I'm doubting on this S. Let me validate that. Come back here, okay? No worries. Monitor ESPDP, okay. Okay, it's session long ups. So the same view that helps to monitor data pump, the same view helps to monitor Arman backups. You also have Vidola Arman something, okay? Vidola Arman backups. Just forgot the. Okay, let me see. Why am I unable to? Anyway, let me go back where I was. I was in performance tuning. So yes, we need to try to check, you know, if there's any backup job running. Okay. Okay. Let me give me a second. All right, sorry. So sorry. So as I was saying, you check backups. You also check if there's bad jobs. Okay, as I said, right? If we have other transaction, maybe data pump job running, this same view can help to check that as well. Okay. I think we have the Vidola Arman backup or something like that.
I think it's list backup on Arman.
No, if you list backup, you just see the backups available on Arman. Okay. If an Arman backup job is running, you won't use this backup will not show that. Let me see. I just monitor Arman backup. It's a view Vidola Arman something. That's what I want to. I know Vidola session can help, but Vidola Arman backup. Okay. 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 We just talk about this one, right? We talk about visualization long ups. Okay. Okay. He can also join visual process and visualization. Is fine. But what else? I think there's another view. No, I don't want this. Okay, the same thing. Okay, so it means okay, this is data dictionary view that can also help, but you can use the regular visualization long up. So yes, it's a good view. I thought that there's another one that is more common than this because this is what I know mostly. But so I'm not. It's fine. So it can still be used. Oracle support. I don't want to log in now. So let me check that Vidora Arman something. There's a view for Vidora Arman that can show you the backup. No. Okay, anyways, let's stick with the one I already put there, right? Visualization long ups. Okay, you can stick with that. It's nice. Since a lot of GBA use that. A lot of GBA. When we talk about rack, I will tell you why you have G. Okay, don't get surprised you see G anywhere else, please. It's rack. It's rack. Right, that's why you have G. Okay, so no worries, guys. Let's stay like that. Okay, so let's stick with our regular visualization long ups. Okay, so that is highly used because that's what I know. Also, this same view can also help for monitoring bad jobs. So there are multiple other checks you can perform apart from this, but these are the common one myself I faced or I know. Okay. So the advanced option now is to check statistics. So that means you have to check the SQL statement and see the tables the SQL statement is reading. Okay, those tables, one or multiple tables, right? Identify those tables and check the last time statistics were gathered on those tables and check whether those statistics are stale. Right? So check the last time statistics has been gathered, you guys should query the GBA table, or if you are doing a partition, it's GBA underscore tab underscore partition. I don't know if it's S, okay? If you describe it, you will see that. If you want to get the size of the table or the size of the those table, right? GBA segment can help you to do that, okay? I don't know about GBA objects, but GBA segment is one of the view I always use for that. Okay. So check the last time statistics were gathered and see whether they are stale, right? Check the indexes used by that SQL statement and see whether they are unusable or not. How can you check whether a SQL statement is using an index? Just look at the where clause, right? The where clause, whatever is after the where clause, that column, check if that column is indexed. Because whatever they put after the where clause, if you want an index to be used, the column you specify after the where clause should be indexed in order for the optimizer to consider the index while making a decision. So you may need to check if that SQL statement is using indexes, and you need to check whether they are usable or unusable. You can check, this one is more complicated, right? So if you bring this thing in an interview, they can stay here and they kill you. Just this line. So just look at it, right? But if they ask, it's fine. But if you want to say this stuff in an interview, make sure you read, because they will bring you to hash join, nested loop, sort merge join, and Cartesian join. So you may need to be familiar with join orders so that you can tell them in which scenario hash join is sometimes better than nested loop and sometimes better than sort merge join. So this line, be prepared. But most of the time, performance issue can be caused by wrong join orders used. So you may need to get the execution plan or the explain plan, okay, of the query, and check how, and check the detail. So you guys need to know how to generate it. The most important part of and everything is the trace file. This one will be important for you if someone, that query was running fine before, but now it start complaining. If it's the first time you run, that can be, the first try, there's something wrong somewhere. But if the same SQL statement was running fine before, but now it's hanging or it's taking forever, after you perform all those checks, generate trace file and use SQLprof. It's a group that presented SQLprof. So you guys were all here. You guys saw how people were presenting very well, right? So this is one of the best way of troubleshooting a query by generating trace files. Use SQLprof to read. From SQLprof, you can know exactly what false the SQL statement, if there's any wait event, if there's any high. SQLprof gives more details information than any other tool available in Oracle. Okay, so I think this one can definitely help you. Okay, so this is some approaches. Okay, we get some other places. You can have a performance issue due to fragmentation. So SQL statement will run slower because you have fragmentation. Okay, I did not put it here, right? But this is more advanced fragmentation because fragmentation can cause full table scan to be performed and an entire block to be read instead of reading only few rows on the block. Other stuff, right? I already talk about PG, talk about the upgrade. The upgrade can put performance issues. Okay, and this is the scenario on how to approach it. Okay, so performance issue can be caused by upgrade. So that is part of the post-upgrade testing phase, right? So that the application team have to test their code. Okay, so
Gaetan, please, what type of performance, what type of tuning is caused by upgrade? I mean, is it gonna be at the database level or server level?
Database level, okay. Database level, because I told you guys that when you upgrade database, some query may run faster while other will run slower. That's how it works most of the time. That's part of that's why I told you guys you have 30 days to perform the testing, right? So that is the default. Some people use less, some people use more. So those that are running slower, that is what you have to troubleshoot. That's how you have to figure out why they are running slower, because what you are doing is you do a performance comparison, right, on the lower environment and in the high environment, and see why the performance degrade and try troubleshooting. So the upgrade itself can cause some SQL statement to run slow. The upgrade operation itself. Okay, so now the fix can be different. Okay, the fix can be different, but the upgrade can make SQL statement to run faster or slower. Some will run faster and other will run slower most of the time. To answer your question?
Kind of. That means it is both at the database level and at the application level.
Okay. You affect the database, right? And the application code will run slower, right?
Okay.
Database application, yes. If the database is, if the code that is running a database is slower, that means user from the application are seeing some slownesses, right? So, yeah, both will be affected, database and application. Okay. As I was saying in the morning, okay, in the morning class, during the summaries that we'll be doing, summary doesn't mean I will go and teach everything again, materialize you. No, I'll be teaching what I just told you guys, okay? Maybe the same thing I just said today, even more information. And yeah, I may do stuff like that. Same thing with the data guide and other technologies. But if you have a question on anything regarding the migration to the cloud, migration to whatever, how it works, how does it work at the administrative level, what are the responsibilities in the migration, what are the type of issues you may face, not technically, right? Okay, because most of the time, the technical issue, we don't face most of them. But what are the challenges people may have while doing the migration? Okay, so I'll be open for any type of question regarding migration to, I will tell you because I've been part of 3 migrations. So different platform, OCI, AWS, Microsoft Azure. So, and I have a quite good knowledge, right, on what happened and what are the common topics. So for that scenario, I may share some details with you guys. And yes, even if it's environment, please mute one of them. Please mute yourself. So even real environment stuff, I may display the PowerPoint or an Excel, the high level stuff of what we did before the migration, what we did after the migration, what is the cutover, what is the POC, what is the mock migration, all those stuff. If you have any question you are willing to know how it works before I release you guys, feel free to ask any question, I will answer, okay? All right. Any question? Any other question for me?
Oh, Gaetan, before I forget, it was the disinstallation from the Windows command prompt. It worked.
You worked?
Yep.
Okay. You run it from the command prompt CMG.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Actually, you
Good.
can locate the client from the Windows that menu. So yeah, it worked.
Yeah. Good. All right. Any question for me, guys?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes.
I have a question. Like, when I was doing my patching, right?
Yes, sir.
So, like, when I check on the invalid objects, it was showing that I had 3 invalid objects,
Uh-huh.
but it didn't. But the patch didn't went. It went through. So,
Mhm.
like, when I ran the recompile script, I
Uh-huh.
checked it again. It showed that I had the 2 invalid objects. So I still ran the script, and I checked it. It shows that I still have 2 invalid objects. I don't know, like.
Yeah, you will have those stuff depending on the step you use for the patching. And yes, most of the time, different steps will bring different results. But in real environment things, when you try it doesn't work. That is part of the That is part of the. It's okay. You got it after the upgrade or before the upgrade?
This one I'm doing by the patch.
Oh, you got it after the patch or before the patch?
I get it like after the patch.
Okay. So in this scenario, if you try your best, it doesn't work, please create a service request to Oracle support. They will fix that for you.
Okay.
Don't kill yourself, okay? So
yeah,
if that script, just run that script, it doesn't work, please don't worry. Just create a service request.
Okay. Because I checked, because the first time it was showing 3, so I ran the script. Then I checked it again, that it started showing 2. But the patch did went through.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Somewhere, right, your step could have been different from what other people used. If that is the same and people did not have 0 invalid, because remember, right, I asked you like you, when some people had 0 or 1, I found myself with about 30 or 35. So I tried everything I could and it did not work. So, and I remember as well, I asked the question to someone working and he told me Oracle support I did not understand because I did not even know what it means. So when I got into the field that I understood that when it doesn't work, if you followed Oracle support step, you should have 0. But if you follow any other step on Google, that could have been the cause of that. And but if it's in case it still doesn't work in your environment, write a service request and Oracle support will help you to fix that. Okay? Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
No worry about it. Okay. Any other question, guys?
I've told him about Google.
Any
Which
question from?
Google below?
Hey, Gatan, I have some issue to my database.
Okay.
Can I share my screen? You see, oh,
If you
I
want to,
cannot share. I cannot share.
you cannot. Okay.
Can I give you my student name?
Share yourself. Why do you want me
Yes.
to share?
Yeah, student name 05. Yeah. When I try to start up.
Share yourself, sir. Please. Right?
Yeah. I cannot. Okay, good.
I give you the permission. Yeah.
Okay, this is the issue I have because I'm trying yesterday to troubleshoot my group. It didn't go through.
But it's corrupted, right? Something went wrong. You guys learn how to recover data file, right? How are you? Okay, the class, give suggestion. You guys participate your exam.
Okay, so Gaeta, I have an idea. I don't know if that's what he needs to do. He's trying to recover. Wait. He's trying to recover the system data file.
Just trying to perform a startup and the data file cannot be opened, right? It's stopped at the open state. So that means there's something wrong with the data files.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not what I thought. That's not what I thought. So my solution will not help him. I thought he lost the system data file and he's trying to get it back.
You got backup?
Yeah.
Can you use Arman?
If you have backup, just put it on mount state, then you connect to Arman and report failure.
Exactly.
You report failure on the file is actually corrupt, so you just apply the archive lock.
Just man, this a failure, a device failure, you go give a suggestion and you repair.
List backup of list backup list. So the backup you have.
Say again, please.
List database.
Coach, why is not just try to check a device failure?
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a failure. Just advice failure. Let's see. I wanted to see if you actually have valid backup.
Oh, okay.
So you can actually repair it. Just repair failure.
Repair failure. So,
Repair.
No, remove the E.
Yeah, repair.
typo.
Have a typo.
Yeah. Remove the E at the end of repair.
Oh. It's a repair failure, right?
Yeah, without the E at the end of repair.
It's a database need to read and write mode. I don't know.
I think you have to.
So that okay.
I think the database is you try to open. That's a give you error. I think you
Yes.
can
Yes.
try to shut down.
Because I'm tied with a startup upgrade. It didn't open too.
Okay.
Because this upgrade database.
You was you try to upgrade.
No, this is upgrade database.
I think we should check the alert log to see where the fault is coming from, because you had already put it on upgrade mode, and you want to start it up now, and it shows that if the system file is corrupt. So I guess we should look the alert log.
Okay, can you try to you said you have backups, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to get back the file from your backup back to this directory? Exit from SQL, or you can do it from SQL. Just copy. What is the directory on which you? What is your live directory?
Let me open my VNCP to check it. Make sure you show.
I think you can just select all from $. Verify.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Check my.
There's no alert log for that.
I'm not sure he was looking for the alert log.
It's not a log. I didn't find. I didn't see a log here.
No, you had to select name, not all. Select name, computer, data file.
From, not for.
No,
Oh,
keyword, not from. From, okay. Okay, so your live location is /data/prod, and what is your backup location?
I don't think so. I have a backup location. I don't think I have a backup.
Go try to look
I don't
for
think so.
FRA if you got something. FRA.
Data file.
Try to go to the FRA.
Second, please.
Now the FRA and the Windows CPU where you are.
Oh, FRA. Okay, this is a backup set here. Okay,
I mean, when you were doing your backup, in which direction did you put those backup?
I don't remember. Maybe it's I don't remember.
Oh, excuse me, my volume was all the way down. Did you see the directory?
No.
Will it be /data
No, no.
/backup? Did you put it in any of those services?
What's the command? What's the command to check the backup?
To check the backup, list backup on Arman.
Arman, right?
Yeah, list backup. You need to exit from SQL before connecting. Okay.
You don't have a backup, man.
Yeah, you don't have any
That's the
backup.
problem. Why don't you check your alert log to see what causes that problem? Okay. I think you need to go to U01. Then you follow the path. What's the release of the database? Is it 11.1 or 11.2?
I think you'll find if
no.
you're
This
if
is
you're
11. This is
too
11.2. Yeah.
okay, you find continue Oracle. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Out BMS. Refresh. Refresh.
No, little.
Is it the database you're using?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's fine. Just click on the database. No, you're good. RDBMS.
That's a new one I just created. Prod 1.
So which database have the trouble? Is it this the prod one?
No. Prod. Just prod.
Just press. Actually,
Can you try to refresh?
You know.
wait, Baka. If this is the prod you were using, then what is that prod doing on those files?
No, this is prod 1. I just created the prod 5 because yesterday I'm trying to troubleshoot.
When you listed the files, right?
Yeah.
You did not have a file with a directory with prod 1. It was instead prod.
Really? Oh. Let me see.
You see the files over there? It is prod 1. It is prod. It is not prod 1. That means either you are on 201, 11.201 right now.
Yeah.
You're using 11.201.
No. 203. This is 11.203.
And 203 has the database prod.
Yes.
Then
Let me see. Let me go back. Let me go back to see our data. Yeah, this is prod 1.
Okay. So this database has prod, but you cannot see it on here. Okay. I mean, you don't have any alert log for that prod. Just go back on user.
Okay, I think I might have an idea to see where the alert logs are. Just connect to the database.
Database, okay.
No, connect to SQL. So select star from $, DIA, yeah, underscore info. Underscore info.
Info like this?
Yes, enter. So that's the directory. It's in U01. You see it? So I'm sure you created a database. This is the 11.1 release.
Yeah. This upgrade database. Yeah.
So you probably haven't upgraded it or the upgrade failed.
Oh.
No, go back to prod. No, go back to prod. Trace. Go all the way to trace. Yeah. Alert prog.log.
Try to scroll up a little. Let's see if there's an error.
No,
error message.
that's the error over there. The error is clear. All the way down, you see the error.
So I think this is the 11.3. Permit me to call it 11.1. That's the first release. You actually created the 11.1.
Yeah.
And you went now to the 11.3. You tried to start up upgrade and you gave this error, I guess.
Yes.
So did you connect to the bash profile and edit the Aura tab?
Yes. Let me open the Aura tab in 11.3.
So it's actually 11.3, not 11.2.
Yeah, over there is 11.
Okay. I saw about the 12 under here. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good point. Very good point. Very good point. Very good point. He's upgrading the database without commenting out the Aura tab. What are you saying? Because it's reading from two different homes.
Yeah, I comment before. When I tried to open, it didn't open. I come back there to move the comment.
But you have two prod.
That's a prod. That's a prod for 12C.
Okay. So a lot of things. So you got this error while trying to upgrade to 12C?
No, I upgrade to 12C. Well, when I come back to open the prod in 11.2.0.3, it gives me this error.
Why are you trying to open it on 11G?
I know.
Why are you still trying to open on 11G or 3G?
Because I'm open to 11G to do the apply patching.
Why? No, you can't do that. You should open it on 12C. You already upgraded it on 12C to 12C. That's it.
Okay.
Is it working well on 12C?
Yes.
And
so you want to mess
I don't know.
Right?
Okay.
Comment out that thing. Save it.
I thought you said you were still trying to upgrade.
That's what I'm wondering, right? Put the comment out, please. Put the hash sign there in front of that 11.2. Yes, save it. That's what myself was thinking, right? That's why when I hear this one.
Okay, if I understand, if I already upgrade to 12C, I cannot open to 11G.
Why? You should
That-
not.
People are trying to understand.
Say, remember
No.
when I asked you that question?
You should not. Sir, you should not even. You will never open it because it's no longer on 11G.
Okay, that's a problem.
The database is reading now from 12C home. It's no longer reading from 11G. We never open.
Okay. Maybe that's the thing.
If it was running well on 12C, then you don't have any issue. You are good.
So
Okay, thank you.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
So you said you were trying to apply the patch and you wanted to connect to 11.3.
Yes.
So do you need the database of 11.3 to be up before applying the patch?
Good question.
I need to open the database before do the application, right?
You're applying the patch, but to the software release. I'm not sure if you're applying it, but to the database.
Oh yeah, that's a problem.
That's correct, Mr. Koji. You are right. The patch doesn't, okay, there's no relationship between the patch and the database. Okay, the database no longer reads from that software. So you can still apply a patch even if there's no database running on that software. Okay. So that in order to apply a patch, there should be database on that software. What happens is any future database you will create on that software will use that patch version. But to patch, you don't always need a database available. So you can patch a software that doesn't have any database on it. Okay. So we wanted to mess up something that's working well, right? So,
okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
and I think your classmates were the ones to detect it because they were trying to find options to resolve, and finally they say they got into this, and now you know what went wrong, right? So,
yeah.
Good. All right, thank you, class. That's good to try to think about yeah, try to work on other people's stuff. Happy to troubleshoot, okay? And it's very good for your brain and for this thing. Okay. Are we good or anything else? Are we good here?
We good, Kaito.
All right, thank you. If you say you are good, then you guys don't need me anymore here, right? So I can disconnect. Okay. So see you Wednesday for those, okay, who worked on DataGuard or anything else. Wednesday will be the same procedure. So any question you have for me, I sort it out, and by tonight, you should receive the PowerPoint. If you don't receive it, that means there's something happened, a small delay. I have to update something on it because I always update it. I always add something new when it's needed. So you should receive a PowerPoint normally by tonight. And those who are available can start, they can go over it or wait till Friday. Okay. So good night, everyone, and see you Wednesday. Okay. Thank you for your time.
Good night.
Good night, class.